If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Okay, so some time ago, somebody asked me if I was opposed to doing music done by women. And no, I'm not opposed. Whether it is a man or a woman, whether it's metal or bubblegum, country, whatever. Harmonies are harmonies, and I'm down for all. So this is my first video that features, or not features, but was performed by all women. You know, as long as you're okay with me using my falsetto voice or head voice more than usual, then, you know, yeah, I'm down for doing music by women. That's okay with me. Okay, so this particular song, I was able to get a hold of a studio a cappella, which is always really good. And it sounds to me that this is a 4-part harmony in a five-member band. So this leads me to believe that the melody is shared. That's what I think. And listening to Spice Girls, each of their voices are very different, at least to me. So I think I can take a wild stab at who's doing what, and I will bring you through that later on in the video. Doing this video is really interesting to me because some of my earliest memories is from this 90s pop era. See, I was born during the grunge era, so I would have been too young to really remember the whole grunge era thing, but by the time I was able to remember music, it was stuff like Spice Girls, Hanson, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. It was that time period. So that's like my earliest memories of music. And I remember girls my age in, say, like kindergarten, they loved Spice Girls. They had Spice Girl stickers and you know, Spice Girls bags and stuff. And I remember during recess, they would tie their shirts up to have like their bellies exposed, due specifically to the Spice Girls always having their bellies exposed. And we used to play this game where, just a little fun thing for you guys to listen to, I guess. We used to play this game where 5 girls would be the Spice Girls and 5 boys would be the Backstreet Boys. And when I was a little kid, and even till now, I think Brian's my favorite. I think Brian was always my favorite guy. And so we each got to choose a Backstreet Boy to be, and I always chose Brian off the top. And my brother Dan, a lot of you know him, he was always, Daniel was always Nick. And we didn't make up the rules, but the girls made up the rules, and to every Backstreet Boy, they got a Spice Girl who would basically be their girlfriend. And when I was little, for some reason, I loved blondes. Like, blondes were all that. So I was really hoping that Brian's girlfriend was going to be Baby Spice. But it wasn't up to me to choose. And it turned out, I don't remember who I ended up with, but it definitely wasn't Baby Spice. I remember being disappointed. And on top of that, it was a girl that I didn't actually really like in my class. So I remember being disappointed. I'm like, you know, man, Brian didn't get, you know, Baby Spice didn't get at least somebody that I actually kind of liked in my class. It ended up being this girl I didn't like, and it was a Spice Girl that I wasn't happy with. I think it might have been Scary Spice, but I'm not sure. If it was, I do remember being kind of intimidated by Scary Spice because she sent like the craziest one. But I think now in my age now, I think my tastes have changed. I think I would have leaned a little more towards Posh Spice or even Sporty Spice. Anyway, just a little thing about my childhood. I'm going to start you off with a melody now, and I believe that this is shared with Ginger Spice and David Beckham's wife, Posh Spice. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But this is what I think. Anyways, I'm going to start you off the melody now. Here we go.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Okay, so we're gonna move on now to a high harmony, and I believe this to be Baby Spice.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
And now when we combine these together, it sounds like this.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Okay, now this next part here, I think this is Sporty Spice. So I'm gonna give you a lower harmony to the melody, and it sounds like this.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Okay, so lastly, I believe this part here is Scary Spice. We got this piece here that is the melody except low. And I was listening to live performances for curiosity and reference at the same time. And I believe she is, instead of doing this part here, doing the high harmony except low. But my findings is in the song, there is indeed a low melody. And it's rather clear to hear as well. And this is performed by Scary Spice, I believe. So I'll
if you
show
wanna
you.
be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that she makes a transition into going into unison with those other two parts. Unlike, say, maybe Boyz II Men, where I feel like if this was a case for Boyz II Men, that probably their bass singer would maybe shy away from singing those high parts and merging into unison with the other members. But I feel like in this circumstance, she probably would make the transition. These parts were actually pretty low, actually. They were really comfortable for me. So, interesting thing to talk about. I've actually heard a couple of performances, early live performances, where instead of singing a low melody, she sang a low high harmony. And I'm thinking that maybe she decided to sing that because instead of a low melody, because that would be rather low, especially after your voice got worked out. Wannabe is probably not the song that they, open with or anything. It's probably something that they sing later on in their set. So after getting your voice all worked out and stuff, I can attest to this. If I'm singing high all day, it becomes hard to sing low. So I would save like these bass parts, for example, in a song for another day so I could reach them. You guys know what I mean? Long story short is that the low melody would be lower to sing than, say, a high harmony, except low. So if you want to be my lover, and if you want to be my lover. See, it's a little higher. So it would be at a range probably more comfortable for her singing voice and her being a female singer as well. See, this part here was rather comfortable for me, and I'm like a baritone, I think. And so that would be rather low for a female, I think. I don't know what the lowest a bass singer for a girl can go. I don't know if it can reach a male's bass range. I'm not sure, but yeah, those parts were rather low. And I'd like to ramble on if that's okay. This video is getting kind of long, but if you're interested, this makes me think about Avril Lavigne, one of her songs, her first single, Complicated. I spent some time listening to some live performances of hers one time, and during her concerts, especially, she has trouble singing these lower notes, especially at the parts that went like this. Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. So the parts that go, for example, all been done before. So if you listen to a live performance during a concert, my best guess is this song is never sang first. She has a hard time singing these lower parts here, especially at the before part, right? And I think this is due to her voice being worked out. If we take, for example, her singing this song on, say, like the Today Show or like some morning show where that is the only song she's performing, she performs these parts just fine. And when you get to the ending of a song where these parts come back, the all been done before, you can hear that it's a lot weaker and that she has a harder time reaching those parts. Like her voice just doesn't go there because the chorus required her to belt a little more, and these parts were higher and stuff, and her voice got all worked out. Just a little thing. I don't know if you guys want to check that out. I like singing. This is just interesting to me. So, how did we get here? Whatever. Okay, this video is gonna end now. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Sing in harmony, live in harmony. You got all that down. You can do something like this. Bye.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.